All right, you guys, we are on chapter 3 of Who is Michael Jordan, and this chapter is called Love of the Game. All right, here we go. The NBA draft, where professional teams select college players, took place on June 19th, 1984. The Houston Rockets picked first. Basketball teams at that time preferred to draft the tallest players they could find to play center. That was considered the most important position on any team. The Rockets chose Hakeem Olajuwon, who was known as Akeem at the time, a 7-foot-tall player. The Portland Trailblazers went next. They picked another big man, Sam Bowie. The Chicago Bulls chose third. They also would have liked to draft a tall center, but the two best centers had already been chosen, and Michael's talent was too great to ignore. The Bulls selected Michael Jordan. But before reporting to training camp with the Bulls in the fall, Michael had something even more important to do. The 1984 Summer Olympics were held in Los Angeles, and Michael had been one of the 12 college players selected for the U.S. basketball team. No professional players could join the Olympic team at that time. Before the actual Olympics started, the teams played a series of games against NBA players. They traveled to 9 different cities and faced groups of some of the best professional players in the league. The games were tough, but the Olympians won every game. Michael thought it was a good preparation for the Olympics. The United States beat Spain by 31 points in the gold medal game. After the game, Michael stood on the podium to receive his gold medal with the rest of the team. He sang the national anthem and held an American flag. After getting his gold medal, Michael ran to the stands and gave it to his mother. He reminded her of how he had promised to win a gold medal for the United States when he was 9 years old. Now he had done it. After the Olympics, Michael signed his first contract to play for the Chicago Bulls. They agreed to pay him $6 million over 7 years. Oh my goodness, that is not very much money if you think about how much professional basketball players get paid today. And a player who just won a gold medal in the Olympics would have gotten way more than that. That's like less than $1 million a year. So compared to what they get now, it's like nothing. But at the time, it was the third biggest contract in NBA history. His contract with the Bulls had a special love of the game clause. Most NBA contracts said the players couldn't play in non-NBA games or do anything that might cause an injury. Teams wanted to make sure that their players stayed healthy, but Michael was allowed to play anytime he wanted. He could join a pickup game in a park or gym without the risk of losing his contract. He was the only player who had this clause in his contract. Michael was 21 years old, and he just wanted to play basketball anytime, anywhere. It's pretty cool. Michael's agent told him that some people at the Nike company wanted to talk to him about basketball sneakers. Nike had been mostly known for its running shoes, but they were trying to establish itself with the new basketball gear. The company promised to design a special shoe and athletic clothing for Michael. They wanted him to appear in its ads and commercials. Nike was ready to build a whole group of products around Michael Jordan. The company had even chosen a name in the brand, Air Jordan. In 1984, Michael preferred to wear Adidas shoes. He didn't even want to meet with the Nike representatives, but his parents made him go to the meeting. They thought the Nike deal was a good one, so he wasn't even going to take his, the Air Jordans, which are just crazy, the whole Jordan brand. He almost didn't even go to the meeting. Shouts out to his parents for doing that, making him go. Finally, Michael agreed to listen to Nike and accepted the offer. He would be paid $2.5 million over 5 years and would receive even more money for each pair of Air Jordans sold. People in the basketball world were shocked. That was an awful lot of money and attention for a young man who hadn't even played one game in the NBA yet. Nike knew it was taking a risk, but the company thought Michael had the talent and personality to become a star. They were right. All right, so that is the end of chapter 3, and we will read chapter 4 tomorrow. All right, I'll see you then.